Hello and welcome to the show, and welcome to a rather typical British day. We are back on Forza Horizon 4 today, going to be playing around with some of the tracks submitted by you guys. Going to be seeing what mad creations you have come up with. Don't actually know if we're going to be using the Legacy or not. Maybe, possibly. It was just an A-class car I happened to be in because I went a bit of exploring. You know, good fun. Bit of exploring. Never been down this part of the map particularly before, apparently. There was a bonus board I spotted. Anyway, yes, we're going to go race with all your tracks. Hopefully, have some good fun. So, our first circuit comes from Rare Gliska. This is a kind of alteration to the Ambleside village circuit. This a larger version of the track. We're racing some classic cars around here. I've gone for a D-Class MGA. I was running an A-team adventure I've done. I can't remember if it was a good D-Class car or not. However, we're going to give it a try and find out. By the looks of it, the circuit's going to start off fairly normal-ish. I guess we will find out. It's a bit weird. Like, I'm so used to driving around this circuit. We've done a lot of driving around Ambleside, around this circuit. It's a good way to test out sort of very handling orientated stuff, because yeah, you are near enough constantly cornering. However, the question is, well, will this layout be any better? So are we, I think, where we're going, yeah, so we're heading up this way. So normally you would jink in a slight, I can't get underneath everyone, excuse me, I'm going through this way. So yeah, you kind of jink left rather than, yeah, okay, so we're kind of avoiding like the little roads. We're going to go 4 wide. I've been put into a pub. I mean, normally that's okay. Normally you don't complain about that, but in the middle of a race, I would prefer not to be pubbed. So yeah, it works. This is very much along the lines of the normal circuit, just with a couple of different corners to, I mean, you don't hit the building, although you do. Oh, come on, MG. The AI have got many more horsepowers, it seems, in D-Class. I have many more braveries than them, and I guess I can get a little bit creative with my use of track limits. Christ, I'm not sure my MG's a great D-Class car, I'm going to be honest with you. It does seem to struggle a little bit. There's a Triumph going to have a look. I mean, it's competitive, it's there or thereabouts. It's not completely falling off the back of this group of cars, which I have had some of my vehicles do, but we are struggling to make progress. I mean, it still keeps its same characteristics of being incredibly difficult to overtake around here, potentially. We're going to try and sneak alongside. Street circuits, of course, always are going to be... No, not going to be able to get past there. We're going to duck underneath. Yes, haha! That's where we can make our passes work. That's where we can make the passes stick. Can I go underneath the Capri here? I don't think I'm going to have the speed, although they are out a little bit wide. Through all of there. Oh, come on, MG. More power would be good. More... Oh, no, I'm on the wrong side of the Capri now. We're going to have to make things work. Try and make things work. Didn't quite work. Oh, no! No! No, all of my hard work positions, they've all... No, that's not quite gone according to plan, has it? Can I dive to the inside? Because D-Class cars, everything's sort of momentum-based, and hitting a brick wall, I say a brick wall, or cobblestone walls, while they might not slow you down all that much most of the time, you know, just a glance on them like that doesn't slow you down all that much. In a D-Class car, it kind of has a bigger impact in many ways. I think I wanted second. I was trying something different, and, well, I think it is safe to say something different didn't work through all of there. We're going to try and... Nah, I'm too far back. Now, we can potentially be a little bit sneaky here. We can get a little bit liberal with the interpretations of the track limit. As long as we're not hitting the building, I think we're okay. This is where we have got the speed to sneak up. The problem is, though, the Capri's caught up with the Spitfire. We're all going to get slowed up, and I'm not going to be able to do anything here. Can I get underneath you? We're going to go 3 wide. It's good fun. It's good fun racing against the AIs. And this is the thing, like, it's not that big a departure from the normal circuit, which means actually the AI's not too bad around here. You can have some fun racing on a slightly different layout. It is a good sort of variation, if you like, on the layout. We've got 1 more lap to go. Come on. How much further up the order can we make it? Jump across the grass, cut to the inside. That's 1, 2 positions. If the MG's back will stay vaguely in position. Could we get third? After languishing around at the back for so long, it'd be kind of fun to somehow sneak a podium. We're not winning this race. We've spent way too long further back while I was figuring out where I could take some liberties, perhaps. Let's say take some liberties on the checkpoint. Just where can I get some speed out of the car? Oh, you're a wiggly MG. I don't like, well, so I don't like it. We have just about got the hang of it, but, you know, losing little bits of time sliding the car around. Can we have we should be able to get one here. We can sneak up the inside, maybe of the MGB. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. We've got that position. Fourth place is going to be tantalisingly close, I feel, but not quite close enough. Although, the Elan and the Triumph, if you guys could fight and really slow each other down, maybe I can have a crack at one of you. Fourth place might be on the cards here. We're up the inside of the Triumph. We've slid into the Triumph. They're going to fight. No, because the Triumph will outrun us. No, although maybe not, because he's got a wobble. Come on, MG. Come on. We can take fourth, and indeed we have. That was a great race. That was a thoroughly enjoyable race around there. We somehow managed to sneak our way up into a fourth place. The Elan with the fastest. I actually did have a terrible lap time, although there was a fair bit of fighting in there. I mean, the sign of a good track and a good race if the AIs are overtaking each other and whatnot around the place. One of the Triumphs, I think, got stuck, but the AI, very well behaved, can have some good racing. It's a track that you will be vaguely familiar with, just with a slight little different twist. So, our next race comes from Jodigi. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but that's probably the best we're going to get. It's called the Peligro Extremos. We are racing A-Class cars around here, or recommended A-Class rally cars. So the Legacy is going to get to run around this circuit. It is a 2-lap race around here. A combination of surfaces, apparently. Oh, I'm looking at the looking at the map. It's going all over the place. So this should be an interesting one. As I said, the Legacy is a good, use it to good effect in some team adventures and just sort of general racing. A good, solid A-Class car when fitted with a turbo rally engine. We're going to try and sneak up the inside of the massive Focus crew. Unfortunately, A-Class kind of gets, I think, gets a little bit screwed up oh, a little too fast into there, but never mind. The A-Class game just likes to give all the drivatars the same selection of beginner starting cars, unless you kind of quite restrict it. You kind of get a little bit samey races, and even up to like S1 classes. I think if anything goes races, perhaps, is where it just puts everybody in the same sort of vehicles. Don't know why that's the case. I'm not going to go around the outside of you, am I? I mean, maybe, possibly. How the AI is going to handle a hairpin? Surprisingly well. Two of them managed it surprisingly well. Two of them got through. Oh, sorry, one of them made it surprisingly well. Two of them got stuck. I can count, I think, honestly. Well, that's a big jump as we bounce our way down on a field. Still the TT's doing fairly well around the place. We're going to barrel our way onto the road. Well, maybe not full speed. I think I took out a wheelie bin. It's fine. Whoa, we're going back up here, aren't we? Ooh, where are we going? It's, we're weaving our way back into the trees. Oh, Christ. Dodge the trees, dodge the trees. This is a little sketchy. I say it's a little sketchy trying to run through the forest. Thankfully, a lot of the trees are destructible. Oh, not that one! I'm sorry, I murdered an Audi. That one there's going to get through much better. He's going to find some trees. Whee! Take down on the blue Audi, at least. I mean, I'm sure there's a burnout. Well, there's signature takedowns from the old burnout 3 and so on. We definitely got a tree one or something in all of that. I've dove a little bit too aggressive under brakes. Oh, we'll get away with keeping that position, at least. I'm actually surprised AI doing a fairly good job around here. This is a more adventure-y circuit. This is a more off the beaten path kind of a circuit. I like the running through the trees. That's quite an interesting little something to have to deal with, if you like, because you're carrying a lot of speed through that section. You're carrying a lot of speed between the trees, especially up in A-Class. And if you've got to try and thread the car through there, a little mistake is going to give you an awful lot of grief, shall we say. I mean, there are some AI, you can see who's hit trees, who's had the worst of times with all of the gaps appearing in the field. And there we go, that was a lap around there. It kind of finishes off, it sort of uses the normal layout of the circuit that runs around here, just with a little bit of an exploration into the woodlands for good measure, and a very, very big jump at that. I'm not driving these tarmac bits amazingly well, but there we go. So we're going to peel back off into the woodland up here, which is okay. I've got the car for this. I presume the AI will have rally tyres on their cars as they are being vaguely competent with their vehicles. It's the hairpin. It's always the hairpins. Hairpins are always funny. I know the reason why as well, because when you're building a circuit, you're not running at racing speed, essentially, because you're thinking, oh, where do I want this thing to go? So your brake, where the AI thinks it needs to brake, is, you know, skewed, because the racing line it creates is based on where you're braking. If you're taking a hairpin, unless you are immediately planning, you know that hairpin and you're at sort of racing speeds and at a sensible braking point, it's a little funky. But no, to be fair, the AI do a lot better at following a lot of circuits than you might expect. Where is that? Oh, there's a gap through there. Checkpoint's fairly kind for a little bit of scenery exploring if you go on such endeavours. Oh, let's try and dodge some trees here. This kind of reminds me of like Race the Sun and those sort of games where you've got to like high speed runners and you've got to kind of dodge everything that's coming at your face. Helpful that some of the trees here are destructible, but some of them aren't, and much of the nasty big ones are not. Oh, well, we can bounce wheelie our way there. And thankfully there's no checkpoints around there to miss if you do ping off the circuit, so you can get away with recovering. And we are now nice and clear of that. I think there's been there might have been some kerfuffles further back. There's a big train of cars, sorry. I wonder if someone's crashed and blocked everybody in, and now they've just all formed one big super train of vehicles. Either way, second lap around, not so good for the AIs. First lap, they did better than expected. I don't know whether that's because like the players around, because I think sometimes they act a little differently depending on if there is a player car in sight, essentially. We will take victory for the legacy. Yeah, fun little stage through the trees. I like I like the terrifying try and keep it flat out, because theoretically it can if you can dodge all of the incoming trees. Well, we got a victory. Better than the last race in terms of my finishing position, certainly. The final route that we're going to take a look at today, this one is built by TMDC Hyper. It is the Quarry Rally Special Stage. We are going to be running S1 class cars, and I figured why not use the Zonda. Now this is more of a time trial rather than a race against the AI. So the way that we're going to try and do this is we're going to kind of shake the AI, essentially. So what we're going to do is we're going up towards this first checkpoint, and I'm going to turn around, and then that's kind of going to be our start, if you like, from here. I think I can do this without the game resetting me, because the next checkpoint isn't until... Yeah, okay, so it's over here. Right, it works, basically. The AI might appear to... Oh, I've already got in way too deep for the first corner. No, the AI actually got ahead of us anyway. Well, we've overshot the first corner immensely. Here we go, we're into the quarry, kind of on this little dusty dirt path on the way in here. I will be amazed if the AI will make it around this sort of a stage. It looks fairly technical from the squiggles on the map. I've not really built routes. I've built a route around the quarry, but it's more of a silly route than a sensible route. We're going to go side by side with the Focus. Oh, I'm going to try and get underneath it. There we go. Hairpin we go. Is a good. I mean, it's another good test of an off-roading car's ability here underneath the big quarry signs. Now, don't go too fast up here because you get airtime. We've found that out in the past. Very easy to go sort of visiting unintentional bits of scenery. Whoa! There's an AI car. Where are you? Oh, they're actually following the course properly over there. So we'll kind of accelerate away up these climbs. It's not the steepest quarry really around here. We've kind of got like this little switchback road up the side here. It's sort of as good as you're going to get inside the quarry, to be honest. Where on earth are you? You've massively overshot that corner somewhere, haven't you, friend? Right. This is such a strange, unusual sounding car to have tackling a rally stage, but, you know, I like it. Whoa, we're going to bounce. We're going to bounce around on the top there. That's a bit sketchy and fast. I like it, though. Are we finishing off in the water? Is that... Whoa, is that where we're going to go? Maybe the Zonda, not the best of choices here. Yes, it is. I might have missed that checkpoint. I'm hoping we got away with it. Oh, it's more... I think maybe it's in summer. It's just a muddy area rather than an actual... I'm used to that being water. I didn't know that got mud when it came to summertime. That's a fun little rally stage. That is a fun little rally stage indeed. Not as kind of narrow as the beach one that I have, but you got a lot of technical sort of switchback roads almost, and you're certainly going to be wanting a nice fast accelerating car for all that. Just don't overshoot the first corner like a muppet, because that doesn't really set you off very well for the course. But there we go. That was a look at some of your created circuits. We will be back, I am sure, in... Oh, you can skip through all of those menus faster than you used to be able to. That must be in the last update. Yeah, we'll be back with some more of this in the near future. We're also going to be doing some streams with these for the circuits more designed for multiplayer. Oh! Well, that's a place to respawn the car. Thanks, Forza. I've now got a very soggy Zonda. I mean, that's a lot of water inside the Zonda. I mean, the entire engine's pretty much underwater there, isn't it now? It's not great news. It's not good. Really can't be healthy for a Zonda. But, yeah, we're back with more of this soon. If you would like to submit a course to be run through this stage, you can do via our forums. There'll be a link in the description of this video. Fill out the form in there and you can submit your track, and if the, well, Forza gods will allow me to find it, because it isn't the easiest thing to find, then we may well run around, may get it featured in an upcoming episode. That, though, is going to be it for today. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.